if this is you, you are setting yourself up for failure, okay? And a lot of people do this. It's a big mistake. It's preventing you from truly connecting with people. Now listen, because of this thing called the liking gap, people tend to think that others don't like them that much, you know? It turns out people like you a lot more than you think they do, usually. Nonetheless, some people are unlikable, right? And it will happen that sometimes someone will not like you. And it's going to be a lot more likely if you do this mistake, which is trying too hard to be interesting. Okay, really, one of the most important things to make friends is, it's almost cliche at this point. It's be interested, not interesting. Don't try to be interesting. That should be somewhere at the bottom of the list of the things you should be doing. And yet, a lot of people think, it may be conscious or unconscious, but a lot of people will try to be interesting so people will pay attention to them. And they're like, well, maybe I'll make friends if people think I'm cool. That's not really how it works. What you want to do is show the person you're talking with that you're interested in what they have to say. You want to show them that you're interested in who they are, like really who they are, not the superficial stuff. You got to show genuine interest and curiosity. That's how it works. And if your main focus is just trying to convince them that you're so interesting or so smart, you're going to come across as self-centered, and there's not going to be this connection. You're not going to be able to create that connection because people don't really care. Like, of course, interesting stories or like whatever makes you interesting can and should at some point contribute to an interesting, stimulating conversation. Of course, that can be part of it. But if that's your focus, if you're thinking that that's how you're going to make friends, you're just plain wrong. And I've met a lot of people like that. And really, I suspect it's due to a low confidence or a complete lack of self-awareness. So if that's you, you got to stop. I don't want to make you too self-conscious now, because like maybe now you're going to be like, oh shit, should I just not talk about myself at all? No, of course. In fact, you should talk about yourself, especially when someone asks you questions. Like you don't want to be closed off, right? You want to be able to participate in this conversation. You want to give as well, right? If the person is giving you stuff, they're giving you information about themselves, they're giving you their opinions and stuff, you want to be able to bounce back, of course, okay? But what you especially don't want to do is, let's say you're in a group conversation and people are sharing stories or whatever, and you're always trying to one up people. Is that the expression, one up? Can't remember. Like somebody will mention something about their trip to Peru, and you will like, oh yeah, well when I was in Afghanistan, blah blah blah. Like, I remember meeting someone like that. Well, hundreds of people like that, and it's like they're always waiting for this window of opportunity to jump in so they can tell their story, because it's like, oh yeah, I know this is going to be interesting. They're going to love it. They're going to be impressed. And the truth is, yeah, maybe people will be impressed. Like, I might be impressed, but I'm also going to think, dude, like, shut up. Like, let this person speak. Like, this person also deserves to be heard. And you're not making that person feel heard and valued if you're monopolizing the conversation. That's the lesson. Don't focus on being interesting so much, and just show interest in other people. It really is a barrier to making friends if you're like this. So Please remember that. And with that being said, go out there and make some friends. And click like on this video if you enjoyed it. Click subscribe. Do that whole thing. Share your thoughts in the comments. Ask me questions if you have any. And if you have any ideas for future videos about how to make friends as a man, let me know.